Hello, hello, hello. My name is Nadine Grace and welcome back to my channel. I want to say thank you so much for helping this channel to get to 1,000 subscribers. Woohoo! Yeah, we're at 1,000 plus subscribers. I could not have done this without you. I want to say thank you so much for supporting this channel. It is my pleasure, my desire. I look forward to bringing value every day, every time I upload a video, every time I sit down to make a video. I always ask myself, every time I'm done making a video, I always ask myself, did I provide value? So I want to say thank you so much, family. I really appreciate it. It really makes me, want to keep, making valuable videos to help us all grow and evolve. I want to talk about habits, our habits. Yeah. So let me give you a short story. A couple years ago, I was in a very dark, dim place. I was so miserable. I was waking up every day to the same experiences. It was a different day, but it was the same experiences. I was in the corporate world. I left the corporate world because I was no longer fulfilled, and I didn't know what I wanted to do with myself. I just knew that I no longer wanted to be doing things that were not fulfilling me. I weren't feeling fulfilled doing things that was not part of my soul's calling, or however you want to put it. But I was very miserable. And I needed a change so badly. And I was also fearful as well, just not very confident, not very, didn't really have a really good sense of myself. And I ended up moving from different jobs to different jobs, trying to fill the void, right? And what I didn't know, that nothing can fill the void that I had inside of me. I didn't realize that I had to fill that void, that it was all internal. It was nothing outside of me that was causing me to feel unfulfilled. And that led me down the path of personal development. That led me down the path of really asking myself the tough questions, like why the hell am I here? Why am I here? I know that I didn't just come here to just not do anything with myself. I was crying. I really had a long conversation with my inner being. And then one day I went in for a colonic and I struck up a conversation with the lady that was doing it. And I was just telling her how I just left my job and how miserable I was. And I don't know what else. I don't know what to do with my life. I don't want to go back to the corporate world. I kept running from jobs to job, and I was still feeling miserable. What the hell am I going to do with myself? And she came out and she was like, "Oh, have you ever heard of The Secret?" And I was like, "Who? Secret? Nope, I've never heard of it." She's like, "I'll be right back. I'm going to run to my car. I have a CD." And she came back. And this was 2013. She came back with a CD, and I could not wait to get home to watch it. I was desperate. I wanted to listen. It didn't matter what I got that day, what I had. It didn't matter what it was. I was going to watch it, read it, whatever it was. But I was desperate for a change. So I went home and I watched it. And I was like, oh my gosh, like it was my paradigm like completely shifted. It was like a aha moment for me. I couldn't believe that all these years that I have been responsible for my creation, that I've been creating my reality, like it really expanded my consciousness and shifted my paradigm. So for those of you who are not aware of the law of attraction, which I'm sure you do, because if you're watching this channel, then you're a chosen one, and you know exactly that you're creating your reality. So I'll just explain it again. So the law of attraction states that we bring into our reality the dominant thoughts that we're constantly thinking and feeling. That we bring into our reality what we focus on. And when I learned that, I was like, holy shit. So I started being really conscious about the way that I think. I got really obsessed with like, oh my gosh, so what else can my mind do? And I started just getting like really deep into personal growth. I was reading Think and Grow Rich. I was reading The Alchemy. I was reading, my goodness, I was just reading so many books, Conversations with God. I was reading, the Alchemy, like I just mentioned. I can't even think right now. I was like just really obsessed over like Bob Proctor, Tony Robbins, Napoleon Hill, just all of these gurus. And I kept reading all the motivational books that you can find and listening to like tons of podcasts, and really just to clean me up because I was so miserable that I was willing to do anything to get out of the muck that I was in. And during that process, something changed and shifted. And I realized that I wasn't miserable anymore. I was actually feeling good. And I also discovered my purpose. And I started loving life again. And I started feeling alive again and feeling fulfilled and I couldn't just waking up in the morning feeling good and just ready to start my day. And I realized that, wow, so what happened? I shifted my mind. I cleaned off all the garbage that I had on it and upgraded my mindset with materials of how the mind works, with materials of who I am, and with materials of basically, what I'm creating. And I said to myself, if I can do that, that means anyone can upgrade their mindsets. Anyone can move from one level of their lives to the next level of their lives. It just all takes commitment. And that's what I wanted to talk to you about. Commitment and your habits. The habits that we have, that we are embodying and carrying around, is what is determining the quality of our lives. They say that if you get up and do the same thing day after day and day after day, and you're expecting different results, you're considered insane. And I was insane for most of my life because I was looking for a change, but I wasn't changing what I was doing. And when I started changing my habits, I started waking up at a certain time. I started get up at like 5. I don't do it anymore. I get up at 6 now. And I started working out, and I started saying my affirmations, reading inspirational books, motivational books. I started visualizing. I started doing, all those different scripting, journaling. I started doing that and stacking those habits on top of each other every day. And that's what shifted me. If we consistently get up every day and do the same thing over and over and over again and expecting our lives to change, it's not going to change. And that's what I was doing. It's important for us to create new habits, because habits, they say that habits are so freaking hard to break. It really is, because once your subconscious mind is so used to a certain thing, repetitive thing over and over again, it becomes hardwired into those type of habits. So if our minds are not used to change, then it's going to keep going through the same repetitive patterns every day, day after day, day after day, day after day. And when we're ready to change them, then it puts up a fight. So it's easy to stay stuck, like I was. It's really easy to stay stuck if we're not aware that we are running our lives on habits. Our habits is what is keeping us stuck. My habits were keeping me stuck. I didn't realize that I wasn't doing the things to clean me up. I wasn't changing my thought process. I wasn't changing the way that I look at life. I wasn't installing new programs in my mind. And as a result, I was waking up to the same circumstances and the same results in the same day, different days, but the same things over and over again. So I wanted to talk to you tonight about habits. What habits are you having right now? What are you seeing in your life that you're not liking? What is it that you are not liking about your current life? Because I promise you that it all boils down to the habits that you have in your life. Habits are hard, are very difficult to break, but once we start forming new habits, our lives will start changing. So what I started doing, I started reading. I started reading to install new ideas into my subconscious mind. Read, get the ideas of all these gurus who have been there, done that, and still doing it, and have that information downloaded into my mind to change my internal environment. So once I started getting up to exercise, say for instance, I started exercise first thing in the morning at 5 o'clock. I wasn't a morning person and still not, but I've learned to get up now and take care of myself. And I started exercising at like 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm not saying for you to get up that early either, but what I've learned is that when you get up early in the morning and you exercise, that sweat, especially if you sweat, that sweat is lowering the fear hormone, which is a cortisol, and it's raising your inspirational hormone. So therefore, once you raise your inspirational hormone, you do it first thing in the morning, you're feeling high vibrational emotions such as love, inspiration, joy, and you carry that throughout your day. And that's what I started doing. And I started reading, I started saying my affirmations. When you're affirming something, you're affirming it to be true. Because a lot of us, when we use the I am statement, oh, I am tired, I have a headache, or I am not good at this, I am always late, I'm terrible at this, we're literally telling our subconscious mind that we're less than. I'm not good enough. Our subconscious mind is going to take that and like, okay, you're not good enough, because it doesn't know how to take a joke, and it brings to us situations and circumstances that prove to us that we're not good enough. So when you use affirmations in your favor and you say them over and over again with feelings, you are changing your internal environment, and eventually you start becoming what you're affirming. So if your life is not going if it's not going in the direction that you want it to go and you're not feeling fulfilled, trust and believe that it is habits that you are holding on to that is not serving you. So I invite you to take a good look at your life. What time are you waking up? What is it that you do what is the first thing you do when you wake up? Your morning set the tone for the day. So it's important to start your day out with something that is going to enhance you and carry you throughout the day, like meditation or exercising or reading, or something to enhance your life, something that will bring you to the next level of your life. So I invite you to take a good look at your morning routine. Your morning routine is so important. What are you doing the first thing in the morning? Are you watching the news when you wake up? Are you creating that negative environment by watching all those negativity on the news? And the news is negative. So are you getting on your phone to get on Facebook? Are you talking to a negative friend first thing you wake up? Are you going through social media to see what's going on? Because doing those things create anxiety. It creates anxiety because if we're not solid inside and we go on social media and we see other people doing well and we're thinking, oh my goodness, they're doing so well and my life sucks, not realizing that people are not always honest with what they post on social media. So when you start working on yourself, when you start using your morning to serve you, when you start doing the things that will help you to evolve, you don't even care about what people are doing on social media anymore. You don't even want to go on social media anymore because you're so into investing in yourself and raising your consciousness. So I invite you to take a good look at your morning routine. What are the habits that you have in the morning? What are you doing first thing in the morning? Are you exercising? Are you saying your affirmations? Are you reading inspirational books? Are you affirming good thoughts? Are you journaling? Are you doing gratitude, thanking God for, another day? How are you creating that environment to start your day with? Because your morning start that sets the tone for the day. Alrighty, it's getting really late now. It's probably like 10 o'clock. I can hear my son. So I'm going to just leave you with this, that your habit is what your habits are, what is creating your life. Habits create your life. First, you make your habit, and then your habits make you. You got to make good habits, because I see the change. I see what it has done in my life, and changing me from someone who was just 100% just miserable with her life into someone who looks forward to waking up at 5-6 o'clock to get her day started. So like I said, I invite you to take a look at your habits, your morning routine. What habits do you have down for the day? What habits do you currently have? That's what I meant. What habits do you currently have? And rewrite those habits, and stay true to yourself, and really fight for yourself. Fight for your, fight for a better life. Like, fight for a better life and push through, because your subconscious mind will try to come and tell you to keep sleeping, stay in bed. It's too early to get up and work out. But it's up to us to push through and fight for that life that we desire. Okay, I love you all, and thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye for now.